Hey guys, this is Kate and I have another layout process video for you. So I'm taking this black and white photo and I'm layering it on top or underneath some of the papers from the kit. I'm using Dear Lizzy, a print shop, and that blue polka dot, I can't remember, or blue snowflake. So I took the doily that's in the kit also and used some Mr. Huey, I think it's called Seafoam on it, and then just cut it in half. I'm just pulling out all the embellishments that I think go with the color scheme here, and I like that Life transparent thing. What's it? Die cut, and it's in black, and the thickers that I want to use have black, so I put those photo corners on there to try to add some black in. I've also taken a bunch of little strips of the pattern paper from different scraps, and I'm just putting some Tombow Mono multi-glue on the back of them and gluing them along the left edge of the page. I wanted something to balance out that doily on the right hand side, and I didn't want just like a solid strip of paper. I wanted to um, do something that like represented all the papers. And the back side of that um, aqua snowflake paper is in like aqua grid, which is awesome. So I use some of that also. I use both sides of it is what I'm trying to say. And also that polka dot paper is the back of the print shop paper, and it is kind of like a gradient polka dot. So it starts off kind of yellowy and goes to blue. It's really cool. So I need another little bit of that aqua snowflake, so I'm just cutting that off. Sorry, you can see my lights there in the in the cutter. And this is actually a I've never taken pictures of newborns before. This was my first time, and it was so much fun, but so challenging. Um, he would just like not go to sleep, which everything I read about taking pictures of newborns was like the baby has to be knocked out asleep. And but it was fun. I had a lot of fun. Anyhow, so I'm just layering these papers. I only put adhesive in the middle in case that I want to slide things in. And I'm going to put this picture on Pop Dots. So I'm not using the adhesive on the back of the photo corners. Instead, I'm putting adhesive on the back of the picture and sticking the photo corner to it. So that way I can use dimensional adhesive on the picture. And like I always do, I use the part of the packaging like around the Pop Dots to do photographs, because then you can basically cover the whole back of it without using a whole bunch of circles. So I'm just cutting off the extra and gluing this down and then trying to figure out what to do next. So I used some white embossing powder on this chipboard heart, but the only thing about it is then the sides of it were still chipboard, so I used that white enamel accent around the edge just to make it so that, you know, it had a nice finished edge to it. These are the thickers that I want to use. I love these. They're also from Print Shop, and I'm going to title this layout Winter Baby. And I think about using those foam, but I decided to go with the black and white. And I think about putting the title here, but I decided to put it on the bottom. So I really like this chipboard too, because it's like, hello, Winter Baby. So I stuck that down, and then I'm only putting adhesive on the bottom of the letters because I like them to kind of float. And that the glue gun on chipboard alphabets, I've said it a bazillion times, and I'll probably say it a bazillion more. I love the way it looks. I think it looks really cool. So I'm using these star vellum stickers, which I'm obsessed with. I have to get more of those. They're awesome. And then I decide to use some of this silver glitter tape. Okay, I want y'all to take note. This is the second layout in a row that I've done with no gold on it. Can you believe it? But I did find something glittery to add. So this comes in the main kit, I think. Yeah, main kit. And I love this stuff. It's awesome. And I don't have any that's this wide, and I wish all the glitter tape I had was this wide, because you can always cut it down smaller. But I really like having the wide width. Like, for instance, to make this pennant here that I made, you couldn't do it with the thin one. So I really like that wide width. I think it's awesome. And so now I want to add some more black to this. So what I do is I take some, not saran wrap, wax paper, and put some adhesive on it, and then stick some of these little star wood veneer. and then use the black enamel accents over it to make some black, basically like black star enamel dots, but they're made from wood veneer. And then I'm just going to put those aside to dry, and they take a little bit to dry. You want to make sure they're totally dry. And then I take some of that glitter tape and punch some hearts out of it, which I was taking a gamble there because that's one of my favorite punches, and I didn't know if it would punch through that stuff, but it punched perfectly. So if I had broken my punch, I would not have been happy. So I'm just kind of sticking those around, and then I'm taking that black enamel accents and basically making my own black enamel dots all over the layout. And I go a little crazy because I'm bored and I'm waiting for the stars to dry, and we have a goof up there. You know, I can't make a layout without a goof up, right? I just don't normally point them out so obviously to y'all. But I just keep going and going and going, and then I was like, oh, I think this should all be clusters of 3. So then I have, anyways, you know how that happens. But I really like the way it looks, and once it's dry, it looks really awesome, which you'll see at the end. Oh, I was just showing you there that I accidentally bumped it and got that black enamel on my finger and on my tape runner. I'm telling you, stuff gets everywhere when I do projects. So I'm just putting these stars all around. Don't worry, time has passed. They are dry. Just putting those stars all around, and now I'm taking my black pen and I'm moving everything out of the way so I don't mess up again, and tracing around the edge of the layout, and then I'm just going to add some journaling along the very bottom of it, and that is all. So I hope you like this layout, and I'll see you guys really soon, and keep watching for some close-ups. Bye!